it's Kate. I wasn't expecting it to actually start recording, so I looked a bit weird then. Not a lot to really fill people in on. It's been a pretty quiet week. Well, it has and it hasn't. Some of you will have seen I've been re-customising a bunch of my dolls. The purity seal that I was using, as I'd said previously, I think it was more of a fixative. There seems to be two different types, and we seem to get the type over here that is more of a fixative than an actual sealant. So that was really frickin' annoying, and it was yellowing on a lot of my dolls, and so I redid Andy. I haven't actually glued down her scalp yet, so that's why there's a massive scalp gap. I don't think it'll ever be perfect, but the PVA usually makes it better. I went a little bit overboard on her eye makeup. I didn't intend to have it quite so intense, and I'm not going to keep her hair like this all the time. She's probably going to have it down. I think it looks a bit better, sort of drapey, kind of hiding the forehead. This is why I have a fringe. But basically I fucked up, so I went with it. And there you go. So, and I recarved her mouth. I'm actually really liking the lips. Let's see if I can get it closer. Well, they're more lip shaped and less sort of blobby. And the more I see her, the more I like her. Earlier this week I was a bit like, oh fuck, I hate her. Oh, I need to do it all again. I should just peel off her eyeliner and blah blah blah. But now I'm looking at her, especially with her hair down, and I think she looks pretty pretty cool. Also, I was kind of hormonal, so that doesn't help, does it? On the same day, so that was last weekend, I also redid Bertie. She doesn't look as mod as she used to, but I still like her. It's very subtle. Very, very subtle. I'll hide behind her again. Come on, focus, camera. Ugh. Anyway, so just the absolute minimum of carving went into her mouth, and there was some on her nose, but ultimately she's not that different from stock. I mean, obviously she is different from stock, but not as drastically as a lot of my other girls. So I've actually videoed myself doing the new carving and painting and pastels and stuff of these two dolls. So I will try and put up, it was something someone asked me to do, was put up a customizing video, particularly of ones like Bertie where there was a lot less work went into it. So I'm going to do that at some point. I've got to edit the video and stuff. There's a lot of raw footage, and I'm going to put voiceovers on it because most of it is me swearing as I use my Dremel a bit too aggressively or whatever. So in addition to those two last week, I finished, I better grab this, this lady. I redid Delilah. Her mouth's a bit better. It's not perfect. Like, I'm looking at it now and I'm like, oh. She kind of makes me think of that, is it Chloe Grace Moritz? You know, from, she's the one in Kick-Ass, right? The kid. I don't watch movies, I'm so hopeless. But anyway, so it's the mouth makes me think of her. Her hair is really annoying. Like, there's something going on with the thatching. I tried to fix it. I gave her hair a spa and I tried to fix the thatching, but it just ends up as this one big lump in the middle, and it's driving me crazy. So I'm not that keen on the texture of her hair either, and so because I'm not enjoying the way it sits, I think she might be a candidate for a reroot. In which case, we'll see. But if you've got any tips on re-thatching the parting line, please let me know. I'm not bad at doing it. It's just not happening, you know? It's just not doing it. And it makes her head look weird, and I don't like that. So the last girl that I've finished lately, I used up the last of my MSC on Bertie, and I think I have a tiny bit left in the can, but I was just like, this is not going to work. So I used Army Painter spray on, this is Maisie. So previously she had freckles. She's always had her little teeth, and I say always. Basically what happened was I tried to spray matte her when I first got her. She's a Scotty mum. I adored her. I was looking at her photos every day before I decided to buy her. I got her home and I decided I wanted to spray matte her because I wanted to keep her face up, but I wanted her not shiny. Well, guess who screwed that up? And then guess who decided to try and use something to remove the messed up spray that then took off her makeup? This guy, this woman, this idiot, she did that. So then I tried to customize her with freckles, and they looked like, I can't even describe, they looked like they were done like a 5-year-old. She wasn't very good. And then I re-customized her, and I went a bit too overboard on the mouth and the nose. You can't really see it, but it's almost all the way through on her nose. You can see the plastic. I can see when I'm looking at her, the plastic is, you know, that sort of really, when you can see that it's super thin and ready to break through. Yeah, so her nostrils are not great. Her nose is really cute actually, but the nostrils are terrible. The philtrum isn't great. The mouth isn't great. I ended up going all the way through. I kind of got a bit too excited with the Dremel. So, of course, I ended up with the teeth. And this was previously. And she used to have freckles. But I didn't like her mouth. So I'm looking at it now, and it's definitely not symmetrical. I suppose that's a bit more realistic. We don't have symmetrical faces. You know, you cannot draw a line of symmetry down someone's face and have it perfect, or else they look weird. You know, I'm trying to line my face up on the grid on the camera, and it's like, no, that would be weird. But I really didn't like her lips previously. These are better. Come on, focus on Maisie, camera. They're better than they were. They're not perfect. But I do like her little teeth, and I'm always gonna enjoy her decoupaged lids. And she is overboggled, but I think taking off the freckles was a good idea, because I think there was just a bit too much going on for her. So the computer just went off, and I'm using its lighting. I need it. So anyway, so I think she's not perfect, but she's a little bit less weird than she was, if that makes sense. So, and she is pretty cute, and I really like this outfit on her. So these are the boots I got for like 10 New Zealand dollars off AliExpress. So I will probably be buying quite a few more shoes from that shop. And I think that's it. Oh yeah, I got my ridiculous tent. And there's actually 4 dolls in here. I was seeing how many could sleep in it. So, let's see if we can, whoops. angle the camera. This is a cat tent, and you can see they're having a bit of a slumber party in here. I'm gonna make mattresses. Yeah, so I'm going to make some mattresses and like sleeping bags and stuff, and then they can go camping. And I'll put them camping on the front lawn and take photos, and it'll be fun. Yeah. So of course, as soon as I unpacked that, the cat tried to climb in and knocked one of the dolls over. The doll fell on her. She freaked out, ran away. Tent falls on the floor. The doll's there with her hat still on. It was amazing. It was so funny. This lady here has accompanied me to work this week. In fact, both of them have, my two new girls. She is Philomena. She's keeping that name. And I love how this dress goes with her eyes. I've shown this on Instagram, but it's just so perfect. Absolute serendipity, but it's just beautiful. And today, this steampunk lady told me her name. She is Persephone Finch. Usually mine don't have second names, but she just had to have one. And she is part of the steampunk time traveling team. So they're like steampunk time traveling sleuths. There's her, and there's Alice. And eventually there will be a Very Vicky name pending. And they will be my steampunk girls. And I've got all these diorama ideas, and I've been discussing this with my colleague, and we've had some absolutely bonkers ideas for these dioramas and the concept of their time traveling. So that'll be really, really, really fun. So yeah, Persephone Finch, and her passion is geology. So I had her sitting next to my giant ammonite that I actually brought over with me. I went on a school trip when I lived in the UK. We went every year. There was a school trip to Robin Hood's Bay in is it in North Yorkshire? I know it's in Yorkshire somewhere. It's near Whitby. And just on the beach there's all these fossils, and I got this amazing ammonite. And I've never had it opened because I think it would probably be just too hard, but I love it. And I brought it all the way over from the UK when we moved. And I've got a few other fossils somewhere. I love Robin Hood's Bay, so it's really cool. Yeah. So she likes fossils and rocks and crystals, as in like mineral crystals, but yeah. So that's cool. And I think Alice is going to be more of the human history one, and maybe the Very Vicky will be the sort of philosopher. I'm not sure. I never used to be able to say that word. It was so funny. I'd say philosopher all the time. It was really funny, but I've managed to say it now. But I'm not saying it again just in case. Yeah, so it's funny how that happens. You know, you just get these ideas for stories, and it's not really happened for me with the Blythes before because they're so, I don't know, but like I haven't felt like that vibe from them. But obviously this lady's not wearing her steampunk dress anymore. She's wearing this gorgeous button arcade velvet, and it's the softest thing in the world. Oh my god, it's amazing. I took it out of the bag and I rubbed it all over my face because it feels so good. So yeah, I have a thing for velvet, so. And she just looks adorable. And I think it goes really well with her boots. Hopefully, I think it's tomorrow. There is the order date. I'm just checking. Junie Moon. It's the order date for Gerda Eternity. So that's really freaking exciting. And I think I will be pre-ordering her. I kind of ummed and ahed, but I really like all of her eye chips. I really like her little outfit and sort of theme. And like, I know she's not as pink-haired as the photo showed. I think it was quite sort of purpley, mauvey, pinky red. You know what? I like it. And I really like the RBL Renew face mould. So these two girls are actually RBL Plus, and I find they're a little bit more chubby cheeks, whereas this lady here is RBL Renew, and I think the blushing also makes a huge difference, but you can see a little bit of the difference in the face shape. Maybe I'll do a video on that one time if you want. Who knows? I might even remember. So, but yeah. So, I love Persephone's hair. Yep. So, I'm happy. And yeah, so hopefully I'm ordering new Blythe tomorrow. And then I'll be getting Blythe for Christmas. And maybe one of them will be a Very Vicky. But there's so many that I want. Like, I really quite like Check It Out. I know she needs a haircut because her hair tends to be pretty nasty. But I think she could be a super, super cute addition to my doll's house. I realised I don't have any proper brunettes, and I've always really liked Lorshek Mulser. You know, the Sherlock Holmes one. It's like Alucard for Dracula. And I did used to really like Sloane Neems, but I'm not quite sure about the face anymore. Like, I really love the FBL face, but I'm not sure it works with that hair. And I quite like Playful Raindrops. And Junior Moon Cutie. And what's that one? I can't think what she's called. And she's got Minty Magic. And I really liked Henrietta Home Party when she was released, but I'm not sure now. So you see, I just want all of the dolls, but at the same time, I think I need to slow down a little bit. Because I now have 18. And another fakie on the way, and another stock girl on the way. Oops. And then I'll be ordering this one, and then maybe I'll get to like 25 and that'll be enough. But it has to be an even number, so it'll be 26 or 24. We'll see. Anyway, sorry I've rambled at you for ages, and I do have wine, and happy Sunday evening. I know tomorrow is a Monday and we have to go back to work, some of us with the normal, you know, Monday, Friday jobs. But, hey, 5 days and it'll be the weekend, right? Talk to you later. Bye.